what we do here is go back.
We're leaving later today, so I think it's probably a good idea to plug in. But we're going late, so there shouldn't be any traffic worries. We're going to drive home with just one stop, aren't we, Jasper? One stop in Bristol. It's going to be about 100 miles up to there, I think, and about another 180 back home. We're basically ready to go now. Just need to get Jasper into the car, get a coffee. Okay, so I'm just having a quick run round, make sure we've got everything. Yep, I've got everything. Always worth checking under the bed. Yep, we're gonna go home. We're gonna do it with one stop. That is the plan. Should be a good deal easier, this drive, because hopefully Jasper will be asleep. And as a general rule, Jasper is a very large part of the reason why it often takes quite a while to get around the place. Excellent. We're now officially ready. The only thing that's not in the car so far is Jasper, me and Soph. Let's go, guys! Did I forget to mention, by the way, I love your columns. They're fantastic.
They both the columns.
So, what are we going to get? Oh, we're going to get to Bristol with 30%. That is actually perfect. Excellent. Well, we're all plugged in and charging now, which is fantastic. This is Bristol. This is hopefully going to be our only stop. We'll see. There's some discussion about whether it's better to stay here for 50 minutes or stay here for 30 minutes and then do a 5-minute splash and dash a couple of hours down the road. We're getting there, and we've got enough power to get back. Just. So we're almost ready to go, which means it is time for me to get my coffee. I've left getting the coffee to the last moment because I'm determined to have a nice, hot, full coffee when we leave. Not a cold, half-empty one. And hopefully we're ready to go now. Hopefully. Doesn't help that it's freezing out here. Well, it's not actually technically freezing, 2 degrees Celsius, but that is fairly cold. Handily enough, the car is nice and warm. Oh yeah. I don't know how I ever managed to cross the country in a Nissan Leaf in the dead of winter with no heating on. I must have been totally mad. Close enough, I reckon. I wonder what it'll be like when we get home. Old style buttons don't work anymore. Right, so this is a bit of an unplanned stop because it's been below freezing most of the way here. Also, there's been a 15-mile-an-hour headwind. So basically, I've not been able to make up any charge level on that 5% that it said we'd have left over. And I don't really want to run the battery down to 5%. I mean, I can do, but it's not great for the longevity of the thing. So I'm going to give it a quick zap, and besides I need the loo. I am going to resist the temptation to get a coffee, however. So we've now been here all of 5 minutes. Probably put in about 10% by the time I get back to the car. It's been so cold. Okay, there's not much wind now, but there was quite a lot of wind. And the net effect of that has been about a 15-20% drop in efficiency, which is basically the 15-20% that would have pushed us from 5 to 20% getting home, and that would have been excellent. But yeah, anyway, I think we should be about ready to go now, hopefully. Let's go. Yeah, unplanned due to temperature. Ay ay ay. look at your car. It looks like a popsicle. It took us about 5.5 hours odd. We did stop briefly at South Mims just for 5 minutes, which put in about almost 20% actually. It's amazing how fast superchargers go when the battery's quite far down. Anyway, we did that because otherwise we were going to get back 5% and it was cold. That was a big problem. Everything is iced up and frozen, including me. I'm not 100% sure I can remember what I have and haven't already said on this journey back. So I think this is a good opportunity to have a little recap. Basically, it works a bit like this. There's about 280 miles back. We started with 75% odd in the battery. We charged at Bristol. We charged for about 50 minutes all the way back up to 90%. Probably a little bit longer than we should have, but I originally thought maybe we could go straight home. Turns out, according to the car, we would get home with 5%. Normally I'd be able to add about another 10-15% to that over the course of a 177 mile journey. Not today, because it was below freezing most of the way back. There was a bit of a headwind as well. Add it all together, we would have got home with about 5%. I wasn't happy with that. So what I thought we'd do is stop at South Mims. We stopped there for about 5 minutes, 7 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. I drove almost the entire way at 70 miles an hour because it's the middle of the night and we're all tired and we want to get home. And Jasper was a star, an absolute angel. So fell asleep in the passenger seat, nice for her, and I drove. I had 2 coffees in total, one that I started with and one that I got at Bristol. Like, that's fantastic for me. I normally would have like 3 or 4 coffees on a journey of that length, but yeah, that's cool. I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to like it and share it and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next installment of my daily vlog. Bye. Jesus, focusing on this camera is about as efficient as I currently feel. Focus. Dude, focus. It's not complicated. Oh, I'm still out of focus. God.